Apple has issued an urgent and critical alert for all Mac and MacBook users across the globe, strongly advising them to update their devices to the latest macOS Sequoia 15.1.1 version without delay. This new update comes just weeks after the release of macOS 15.1, bringing to light the evolving threats that the digital age imposes on even the most secure systems. While the previous update addressed minor bugs and introduced exciting features, this update takes on a far more urgent tone, focusing squarely on addressing two critical vulnerabilities that could leave millions of users exposed to potential cyber attacks. These vulnerabilities, identified as CV 2024-44308 and CV 2024-44309, directly impact JavaScript Core and WebKit, both integral components of macOS that are heavily relied upon for processing web content. If left unaddressed, these vulnerabilities could allow malicious actors to exploit weaknesses in the system, potentially taking full control of the device, accessing sensitive data, or causing widespread damage. The first vulnerability revolves around JavaScript Core, a core engine that interprets and executes JavaScript code within macOS. This issue has been described as a risk involving maliciously crafted web content, which, if encountered, could trigger harmful actions within the system. The second vulnerability is equally alarming, centered on WebKit, the backbone of Apple's Safari browser and other applications that utilize web content rendering. This flaw opens the door for cross-site scripting attacks, a dangerous method where malicious scripts can be injected into trusted websites, potentially stealing user information or compromising browser security. These are not just theoretical risks. Such vulnerabilities are highly sought after by cybercriminals and could be actively exploited if left unresolved. The gravity of the situation has caught the attention of the U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Agency, CISA, an organization that rarely intervenes in consumer software updates unless the threats are substantial. In their statement, CISA emphasized the potential consequences of neglecting this update, warning that cyber threat actors could exploit these flaws to take control of vulnerable systems. They strongly urged all users and administrators to review Apple's advisories and apply the update immediately. This rare federal-level intervention highlights just how critical these vulnerabilities are and underscores the importance of swift action. In a simultaneous push for security across its entire ecosystem, Apple has also released updates for iOS 18.1.1 and iPadOS 18.1.1, addressing similar vulnerabilities on iPhones and iPads. Recognizing the diversity of its user base, Apple has even extended these updates to older devices still running iOS 17, ensuring that a broader range of users is protected from potential exploits. This move is a testament to Apple's commitment to user safety and demonstrates their proactive approach to addressing security risks in real time. The macOS Sequoia update is compatible with all Macs and MacBooks equipped with Apple Silicon, including the revolutionary M1 and M2 chipsets. Additionally, several Intel-based Macs remain supported, such as iMac Pros released since 2017, iMacs introduced in 2019 or later, MacBook Pros from 2018 onward, Mac Minis since 2018, and Mac Pros released from 2019 onwards. Apple has taken measures to ensure that devices, both old and new, receive the protection they need to defend against these significant vulnerabilities. For users ready to apply the update, the process is straightforward. On newer Macs running macOS Sequoia, navigate to System Settings, proceed to General, and select Software Update. From there, simply click Update Now to begin the installation. On older devices, the update can be found under System Preferences within the Software Updates section. While the process is simple, Apple urges users to prioritize this update as a matter of urgency, emphasizing that delaying even by a day could expose their devices to unnecessary risks. The necessity of this update cannot be overstated. In today's interconnected world, where cyber threats evolve daily and bad actors become increasingly sophisticated, even minor vulnerabilities can have devastating consequences. These particular flaws target core components of the macOS infrastructure, making them especially dangerous. Cybercriminals could exploit these weaknesses to execute malicious scripts, hijack system control, or even steal sensitive data, leaving users vulnerable to financial loss, identity theft, or other forms of harm. The risks are far-reaching, affecting not only individuals but also businesses that rely on Apple products for their day-to-day operations. Apple's quick action in addressing these vulnerabilities reflects their ongoing commitment to security and their recognition of the immense responsibility they have toward their user base. However, it is crucial for users to understand that the effectiveness of these updates depends on their willingness to implement them. While Apple can deliver solutions, the onus lies with users to ensure their devices remain up to date. Failing to do so not only leaves individual devices at risk but also contributes to the larger ecosystem's vulnerability. For those who have yet to install the update, the time to act is now. With each passing moment, the potential for exploitation grows, and the consequences of inaction could be severe. Protecting your system by installing macOS Sequoia 15.1.1 is a simple yet vital step towards safeguarding your digital life. If you are unsure about how to update your system or encounter any issues during the process, seek assistance immediately. The risks posed by these vulnerabilities are too significant to ignore, and updating your device today could be the difference between security and compromise. Apple has done its part. Now it's up to users to ensure they remain protected in an ever-changing digital landscape.